welcome to Story Time. My name is Elizabeth. I work at the library here. I just want to remind you of a couple things. We have HCVN filming, so if you don't want to be on camera, stay back behind the camera. And of course, I need to remind you all, we have summer reading programs still happening. So if you haven't signed up, you still can, or you can bring in any reading logs or activity sheets to get prizes, or you can pick up activity books or crafts, whatever. Just hop on in and grab some books. And also, we have story time again next Thursday, so I hope you all can make it. And today we have a guest reader, and she is...
I'm over here.
She is actually a children's author. She has written a couple of books about Woofy Toofy. And so she's going to be our guest reader today. So welcome, Rhonda, everyone.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Isn't it a great morning out here? So my books, has anybody checked out Woofy Toofy from the library? No? You'll have to check it out. Woofy Toofy, and then there's Woofy's Big Adventure, and this is my latest one about Woofy and Riley. It's called Woofy on the Farm, and they're all books about, actually about my daughter. They're based on true stories. My daughter's name is Riley, and when she was 2 years old, she found this little stuffed wolf in a little store, and that's about it. The first book is about. And she's had him for 22 years, and she still has him on her bed. Right now, Woofy and Riley live in New York, but this story is about when they go to the farm at their grandma and grandpa's. So I'm going to read this one, and then if we have time, I'll read one of my friend's books. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. So this is Woofy at the Farm, and this one's at the library too, you can check out. Once upon a time, there was a girl with big blue eyes named Riley. She lived with her best friend, a little stuffed wolf named Woofy. One day, as they were playing, Riley saw a hole, Riley saw a hole in Woofy's paw where the stuffing was coming out. "Oh no, Woofy Toof, we must get you to the farm," she exclaimed. "Grandma Lou will fix you right up." "Oh dear," thought Woofy, as Woofy wrapped up his paw. "What on earth is a farm?" Mama said they could visit the farm on Saturday, and Riley could hardly wait. She loved it at Grandma and Grandpa's place, and there was so much to explore, and Grandma always made lots of treats. There's Riley and Woofy. Whoop. The weekend finally came. Mama, Riley, and Woofy buckled up in the car to make the long journey. They drove by the little towns with big grain elevators. They passed a lot of cornfields. Mama and Riley were so happy. They sang songs the whole way there. This made Woofy feel so much better already. He loved it when Riley sang. At last they arrived. Grandma was waiting for them at the door, and after she hugged everyone, she looked at Woofy. "Well, well, well, little Woofy," she said, "what happened to your paw?" "Oh, I don't know, Grandma. He woke up one day and his paw hurt," Riley cried. "It must have been while we were at the park." "Oh my, we better take care of that right away," Grandma exclaimed. She smiled so Woofy would not be scared. Then they went upstairs to her sewing room together, and Mama and Riley curled up on the big couch together and read books while they waited. "Do you think Woofy is going to be okay?" Riley asked. "Don't worry, Grandma. We'll take excellent care of him," her mother replied. Soon enough, Grandma brought Woofy back. He was all better. "He was a very good patient," Grandma told Riley. "He even told me that he wants to go outside and play in the yard." Oh boy. Just then, Grandpa came driving up in a big red tractor. "Anyone want a ride?" he asked. So Mama, Riley, and Woofy climbed up the stairs into the cab with him. Vroom, away they went, up and down the long rows. Woofy was just starting to get comfy on Riley's lap when Grandpa decided it was time to finish in the field. Okay, everyone, he said, we'd better go check on the animals. Next, they went for a walk and saw lots of cows with their calves out in the pasture. When they got back to the barn, there was a big commotion in the yard. It was all the piglets, ready to eat their dinner. Look at all of them out there. Let's go feed the chickens, said Grandma. Wolfie rode on Riley's shoulders while they picked grass and threw it in the coop. The chickens looked so funny clucking around in the yard. And after that, they checked to see if the hens had laid any eggs. They put the eggs in a basket, and Grandma said she would use them to make cookies. Oh, Wolfie loved cookies. Well, I hope she makes them today, he thought. Just when they were walking back to the house, a striped tiger cat came out of the barn purring. Oh, cute, said Riley. I love kittens. Oh, that old pesky cat, said Grandma. He always gets under my feet. But she smiled, and they sat down so Riley and Wolfie could play with him. Soon, a whole bunch of tiny kittens came out from under the porch. One was orange, two were gray, and one was calico. They rolled around and batted at little bugs. Even Wolfie thought they were cute, and they played and played until finally it was time to go inside for supper. Riley and Wolfie helped set the dishes on the table, and there was corn on the cob and mashed potatoes, which Grandma always made for Riley. And for dessert, of course, she had made Wolfie's favorite cookies. Yum. Well, kiddo, it's time for us to head home, said Mama. You and Wolfie both need a bath. Aw, said Riley. Already, said Grandma. Oh, rats, thought Wolfie. This day had gone way too fast. And Grandpa wanted to get ready to go to a baseball game in town, so they helped Grandma clean up the kitchen. Look at Wolfie's doing the dishes. Wolfie and Riley gave Grandma and Grandpa a hug and then said goodbye to the kittens. They were already looking forward to the next trip to the farm. Wolfie just hoped they would not have to wait too long. And as they drove away, the sun was just beginning to set over the prairie. This was the best day ever, thought Wolfie, and he curled up in Riley's lap and was soon asleep, dreaming about cute little cows and Grandma's chocolate chip cookies. The end. What'd you think? Is it good? Has anybody else ridden a tractor? Raise your hand. Have you? Oh, lots of people. Is it fun? And who likes chocolate chip cookies? Oh, yeah, everybody. All right, so that one, and you can check it out at the library if you want. That one's in the library here. And now I'm going to read The Motorcycle Adventures of Biker Jones by Chuck Wachter. Chuck is a friend of mine, and this is his very first book he wrote. And there's going to be more about Biker Jones, I think. So today I'm going to read you the very first adventures of Biker Jones and his motorcycle. Elizabeth, would you be willing to turn the pages for me? It's a little breezy up here. Thank you. I can do it, but you wanted to come back on anyways, didn't you? All right. Maybe I'll go on this side, thanks. We'll get it. All right, so Biker Jones loves having adventures on his motorcycle. You never know what fun adventure riding a motorcycle will bring. So, let's go for a ride. Biker Jones is all ready to go. He starts his motorcycle and the engine goes rumble, rumble, rumble. Kickstand is up and off he goes. Wind in his face, he zooms down the road. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Nothing but the sound of the wind. Biker Jones rides his motorcycle here, there, and everywhere. Vroom, vroom, vroom. The road twists and turns and bends and curves. The engine rumbles as he rides up the hills and down the hills and around the hills and through the hills. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Biker Jones loves short rides, long rides, fast rides, slow rides. He rides morning, noon, and night. He rides all day long. Vroom, vroom, vroom. He loves, Biker Jones rides around town, and he rides around across town, and he even rides from town to town. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Biker Jones rides in the city, and he rides in the country, and he rides in the valleys, and he rides in the mountains. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Biker Jones rides in the warm spring, and he rides in the hot summer, and he rides in the cool fall, but he does not ride in the snowy cold winter. Brrr. Biker Jones rides on sunny days, he rides on cloudy days, and he rides on windy days like today. And oh no, today it started to rain, thunder and lightning. Crack, boom, bam. Biker Jones stops to get out of the rain and wait for the storm to pass. Other motorcycle riders stop to get out of the rain too. And Biker Jones talks with everyone about their motorcycles, and he makes a lot of new friends. Biker Jones is a real dog, and I met him, and he is very friendly. The rain stops, the sun comes out, and the roads are dry. Biker Jones and all his new friends want to ride together. They all start their engines. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Kickstands up, and off they go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Biker Jones loves riding his motorcycle. He loves the adventure of riding his motorcycle, and now he really loves riding with his new friends. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Oh, that was the end. What'd you think? Should there be more adventures of Biker Jones? Biker Jones is a very silly puppy. I met him, and he just likes to be pet, and he likes tummy rubs, and he likes to give kisses. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay. About either of the books? What? It did. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? Maybe you can read more books about puppies. Yeah. Does anybody else? Oh, sorry, go ahead. I did not illustrate the first one. I am not very good at drawing, I will say. The girl who made all the drawings for the first, for Wolfie books, she's a very talented girl, and you want to know what? She is only 17 years old. When she did the first one, now she just turned 18. She's very talented, and when I asked her to do it, she said, sure, and she wants to do more. So maybe there should be more adventures for Wolfie. What do you think? All right. You have to check out Wolfie's Big Adventure from the library. They go on a big airplane and go on vacation, and there's some stuff that happens, let me tell you. Does anybody else have questions? All right, go ahead. You have a puppy at your house? What's her name? His name? Butch? Oh, I love it. How about you? You have a dog too? You know what? I have a dog at my house too, and he's home right now. And he's kind of mad because he had to be kenneled this morning, but that's okay. We can play when I get home. What's your question? You do. Everybody's got dogs. That's so awesome. How about you? And some cats. Awesome. Has anybody visited a farm? Does anybody have grandma and grandpas who live on the farm? Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Does anybody else have questions? Oh, back there. You got another one. Very cool. Oh, she's allergic to cats. Okay, that happens sometimes too. So am I. That's good. That's good. That happens sometimes. Does anybody else have questions? Okay, you got another one. Great. You do. That's so awesome. Riley loves kitties. She loves playing with the kitties at Grandma Lou's. She still does. And she's 24 years old today. Okay. Does anybody else have questions for Story Hour? All right, maybe. Oh, yeah, one more. You have a question? What's his name? That's cool. You have 2 dogs. Yeah, pets are fun, aren't they? So maybe next year, next summer, if Elizabeth says I can come and read to you, there'll be a whole new adventure about Wolfie that I can read to you about. Does that sound good? Or maybe there'll be a new adventure about Biker I can read to you about. Should I ask Chuck? All right. Thanks, everybody. So fun. Have a fun day. Read lots.